The Knicks were up 3-1 to the Pistons.
Yeah.
They are now up 3-2. You a little nervous?
Not nervous, concerned. But I'm not surprised, though. If you looked at this team the entire year, they don't make anything easy. I'm just surprised that we're so far deep into this season, and they still don't have an identity. Them dudes still act like they don't know each other when they're out there playing. Like, you're in the playoffs now. You're 4 or 5 games into the playoffs now, and you still don't know, aside from, hey, Brunson, Bel Air Academy offense, what you're supposed to be doing. Shout out to Bomani for the Bel Air Academy reference as well. See how we do? And you're still trying to figure out. You're still not able to communicate. Like, you went out there yesterday. What's the stat now that the Knicks haven't won a playoff clinching game in MSG since 1999?
Wow.
Like, put that in perspective, right? So I'm not surprised.
Right here.
That was, yes. It was the LJ season, yes.
It
was the 8th seeded Knicks that got to the finals. So am I surprised that they lost that? No, they did the same thing last year to Philadelphia. They were at MSG in Game 5 up 3-1, and Tyrese Maxey had an outstanding game, and they had to go win a tough one in Philly. And I expect the same thing in Detroit. And the disappointing part too, one last thing about that game is that, like, Thompson played well for Detroit. Cade didn't have a great game, although he played well late. The other guys, Hardaway, Beasley, some of the other streaky guys, didn't play well yesterday, and the Knicks still lost that. Like, you need, and I still don't understand. You saw it in 3 and 4. Get the damn ball to Karl-Towns. Like, why is it taking so long to find him?
So that's what I wanted to ask you about, because as many of you know, I'm a Karl skeptic.
Uh-huh.
I've always been a Karl skeptic. I think he's the best player on this team. He has been a better player this year than I would have expected, and I don't think I've seen him miss a shot in this series. It seems like every time I look up, he makes a shot. It just look weird after he do it. And, he's still out here. He's still Harry Hackmaster, right? Like, that's still going down. But it also feels like, especially late, they don't get him the ball.
Right.
And I'm curious what you think about that.
I still don't understand. You saw it in some of the games in Detroit. Why don't it run more pick and roll with Towns and Brunson? Like, what are we doing? If you run pick and roll with Towns and Brunson, you either get a switch or you continue to get the matchup that you wanted. And it's either going to be a pick and pop or a pick and roll for Towns or a shot for Brunson. I don't understand what they're doing. And I get it, it's the playoffs, so you got to shorten your roster as well. But Tibbs only playing 8 guys, and it's just not working. Like, Bridges doesn't look like he gels. OG didn't play great offensively, although he played great defensively in that game. It's just like you never see the Knicks with this unit have a complete game on both ends of the court. It's either, hey, they do something really well, or they suck at all the other things, but they get lucky enough to win a game on the bad call in Game 4. Like, that's the frustrating part with these dudes.
I think they probably win this series just because, they did it last year, a couple years ago, right? Like, they've got guys that have done things that have been in the postseason. I think the Pistons, that being new to it is a thing. I actually think that the Knicks will have a small chance against the Celtics.
Oh, that makes one of us.
No, I think the Celtics, the likelihood of somebody getting hurt is high, right? They already put needles in Jalen Brown's knee.
Right.
Tatum had that fall. Porzingis, hey, man, matter of time. I don't know when, I don't know what.
It's like when he out there, it's like Final Destination.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming. At some point, it's coming. You're just gonna wait for it. It's gonna be a slip and fall. You get out the shower. It's gonna be going up for a layup, a block shot. He's gonna trip getting off the bench. Something's gonna happen with Porzingis, but he about to miss a couple games.
Matter of time, baby. Matter of time. Like, it's gonna happen. So I think from there, like, the Knicks have a chance to kind of sneak in there. That's where I'm coming from. But now this is different. In the time that I've known you, the Knicks have been good like twice, right? Like, maybe I was the bad luck charm on that one. You said that matter-of-factly as though you have entertained the possibility. It's had to feel good the last couple of years, right? Like, I hate that I'll get to talk to you every day as a result.
It helps having back-to-back 51 seasons for the first time in 30 years. So like, that's been great. And it's been interesting too for my kids, especially my daughter, to watch now, because the Knicks haven't been good for her 16 years lived. Like, maybe one year, and now this recent stretch with Brunson. So, like, for her to experience me watching games, like, she's seen me watch Yankee games and Rangers and Giants, like, that's all well and good, but she hasn't seen me like this.
Yes.
And like
Yes.
this is a little bit different. Like her watching me experience that Game 7 loss last year to the Pacers and Halliburton, that was different.
Yeah, like she now sees you get excited and frustrated,
At the
whereas
same damn
before
time.
you were just sad.
Yeah. And the thing too, like the whole Knicks offseason, the roster, all of this was built for playing Boston. And I think, and yes, they haven't beat them this year, and they've been blown out in damn near every game against Boston here. But the whole thing, like, there's no shame if you fall to Boston. I think there's going to be real serious questions if they lose to Detroit. Now, especially if they lose to Detroit, and they would have to have dropped 3 straight games. Then there's going to be some serious questions about Coach Tibbs. I'm not saying he's going to be on the hot seat, but his seat's going to be very warm, especially when you got a guy out there, Michael Malone, who I know rubs people wrong with his approach, but he's a guy who's familiar with the Knicks. His dad having been there, him spending time in the New York area. So not putting Tibbs on the hot seat, but there's going to be pressure. If you lose to the Celtics, like as long as you don't get embarrassed and get blown out by 30 points in a 4-game sweep, you're fine. But if you lose to Detroit, some serious questions are going to have to be asked.
Hey, let me ask this as a serious question. Let's say you fire Tibbs, which is, I mean, it's on the board, right?
Right.
Does the next coach have to hire Rick Brunson?
Yes. Yeah. Like, yes, that's easy. Yes, this is a Giannis at the NASA situation. Like, this is, come on, man. Look, the Knicks, when they had J.R. Smith, they signed his brother. Like, if they willing to have J.R. Smith's brother on the roster, I'm sure Brunson gonna be the head assistant coach, associate head coach with the Knicks. Come on now, what are we doing? That's a no-brainer.
It is so bad with J.R. Smith's brother that there are people here who do not know that they signed his brother. And if we told you his brother's name and his brother's name was Chris, you still didn't know what happened.
Right, Chris Smith from Louisville. Like, I don't even remember when he stopped being a Knick. I just knew he was on the roster. On the roster.
Dude, I don't know how tall he is. I don't know anything about him. I just knew that one time they signed J.R. Smith's brother.